Hello everyone, this is Serious Trivia. Welcome back to another episode of our Black Myth Wukong Let's Play. So we did get teleported back to a shrine, and I did a few things. After beating the White Snake boss, we actually get access to a few new crafting formula. First is the staff, which we already saw last time. We can upgrade it to one that has a snake head for the ends, and it increases our attack by 10 points, and the final hit of our light attack combo gets increased damage, and if we're fighting in water, this effect will greatly increase. It's an upgrade from our original staff, and there's a different upgrade path as well as a farther upgrade here. So I think we're not just gonna get like new weapon types, but also upgrade trees from existing weapon. And there's also a new armor set that is only 3 pieces. So the headgear can be the mask that we're using, the wolf mask, and essentially we're getting a snake scale. When our health is, we can wear it, it's better defense. When our health is low, it will slowly recover some health, very, very little. But if we're in water, the effect is greatly increased. And the 3-set combo bonus is if we're in water, then our stamina expenditures will greatly go down. Okay, so each one has a different effect. This one carries 3 points of poison resistance. The set bonus is the same, of course. And this one has 2 more points of poison resistance. So the armor piece is the most special one. No poison, but by itself, it gives the health recovery if in water. Very, very faint, and only when you're low health. Not sure how low it has to be, but that works for us. I think that's all the new thing that happened after we beat the previous boss. We can sell our little storage of gold fragments. I don't think there's anything in particular that I want to buy. There's something I do want to share. I did change the build in between episodes. We are over level 20, which means we get access to the thrust or the poke stance. And I went ahead and put a point in everything that's available. And I'm going to demonstrate how this works. There's one thing that we didn't pick up, and this is essentially if we have the 4 node, which unlocks after 20 points. Now, you're not actually going to physically see a 4th node. Essentially, after you max your 3 nodes, you have a temporary bar that can be maxed, but it always degrades right away. So you can't hold a 4th node like you can hold the first 3. And that's essentially what's going on. But when we're above 3 nodes and our 4th node has a bar, then anytime we dodge, we can immediately hit heavy and we get a thrusting staff, which is sort of the main gameplay mechanic of the thrust stance. As you can see, this is our new standing charge. We can't run around and charge that anymore. It's a different set than the slam or the chop stance that we had earlier. We're gonna walk back a little bit to the bamboo forest with all the snakes to test out this stance. And I also want to test something else out, because there are so many of those skeletal snakes that looks like they're performing some sort of ritual. I am wondering what happens if I wake up all of them without killing them. And I might wake up the big snakes too, and I might miss a few, but this is an experiment. We'll see what happens. I think there's one in the pit here, and there's one above. They're all gonna kind of chase me a little bit, but I think they actually don't have that far of a chasing range, and I might get away with waking up everyone. I just want to see if there's like a, special thing happens when you wake all of them. Are they actually here to do some sort of ritual? And if not, I get some experience by killing everyone. And a little bit of challenge, and also we get to use our new stance a little bit more. Wake up, wake up, wake up, the monkey's here. Did we miss anyone? Did we miss anyone? Yes, I think we missed one here. We missed one here. Unless they go back to... They go back. Okay, I don't think I can wake all of them then if they go back to... Oh. They don't hurt that much. Yeah, maybe there's nothing. And especially if they do go back, then clearly it's not part of some grand ritual. Yep, they all go back. Okay, let's practice our staff then. The regular light attack combo also looks slightly different. The final move is still a slam down though. And the main difference is previously we had that mechanic where we can parry. Now because we are sort of the long distance thrusting technique, it's not really about parrying, but a farther backward dodge that we can do. And if we do trigger the dodge during attack, we get sort of special things, just like previously if we, you know, triggered the proper parry, we get some special effects afterwards. I'm gonna hold a few nodes and then take on the ones that have, you know, actual meat and skin that can tank a few hits and practice some stuff on them. Come over here. There we go. So let's see. That's our standing, and then I don't have any nodes left, so we're gonna get a node and then go practice on the other guy. There's one more of those. They drop 175 experience point each, the ones, you know, that are not the skeleton, which is a lot, and you actually can farm them for level up pretty easily. If we get another level up here, we can use it to max out the last thrusting skill, even though I think some of the more basic ones are a bit more helpful. See, we didn't demonstrate it well, but let's drink. So we do light, and then if we... That's one thing we can do with it. And then another thing is... we can do this. We can stir. If we connect a heavy, we can hold a light attack and we can kind of just like stir our staff in front of their face. It can stack up to, I think, 15% crit chance. Basically 15 stacks, depending on how many times you touch them with the staff in that form. And then there's a skill that allows you to dodge back if they're going to attack you while you're in that form. Still getting used to it. Alright, so now we have a node. Let's test it out on this guy. Wake up. We'll do one light. See, the heavy is now a step back. And then if we do a second heavy, it's the thrust. So the first like heavy connect. So if I do light, heavy, it's a hop. Light, heavy. And then second heavy is a thrust if we connect it, if we dodge something on that first one. Well, and plus you need to have a node available to do the second thrust because it's going to consume one of those points. And because of that, the game kind of encourages you to stay aggressive in fights. And the snake boss gave us a lot of problems because he spaced out so easily. Oh, oh. Okay, if it's a plant, we're doing this. And we're just gonna kill him. I think there's one more guy here. I'm going to enjoy the long range that we have with this, but we'll see how it works, because we're about to go fight the form of Jinchi, the previous abbot, in the past. So when he was still all golden, instead of the more bluish, ghostly figure that we fought earlier. We'll do a quick heal. And then go ring the bell. I don't think there's any enemies here because this is just the path to the boss fight, essentially. Had to walk this path quite a bit. I think I fought the snake maybe 7 times, 6 or 7 times. The 2 life definitely caught us off guard for a little bit. Oh, those little wolves that stood guard of his body do not spawn back. Interesting. But let's ring the bell. And we're teleported back in time. Guanyin Chuanyuan. So the old version of the Guanyin temple or monastery. It's the special hidden map for stage 1. And I think there are plenty of loot here too. The second room, the front courtyard, is where we pick up all the loot, and there's even a little shrine for us. But once we go to that door, that's when there's no turning back, just like when we fought the new wolf boss. The new version of Ling Xuzi. Anything special here? Nope. What about different crafting? Oh, they do sell something different. For a short time after consumption, increase your max health. Makes sense because this version of Jinchi lived till 270 through these Danyao that he bought from, he got gifted from the black bear monster, who probably got them from the original wolf, who was like a Taoist that did alchemy. I'm gonna buy all 3 just because it's a new type of drug. This is the reduced damage one. Silk. Like raw silk strands. We don't have any of this. It's for crafting. A monster's core? Weapon crafting material. We're pretty wealthy. I'm just gonna buy everything, and you know, if I need money, I can always grind. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, this is only like if we have materials to change our alcohol. I guess this one will be better for now, because I don't think he's poisonous. Alright, I think we're ready to go. Let's see if there's any loot. Alright, even though we're in the past, I'm pretty sure this is after the fire, because this place looks like it's in ruins. Ooh, coffins. A lot of coffins. We're hearing some sort of Buddhist mantra chant in the background. Oh, a new armor piece and a level up from opening up chests? After absorbing ghostly fire, increase our health and mana cap for a short time. It has better defense, and I really don't need the water effect because or the poison resistance because we're not going to be in water or poison. So let's wear this. Nanhai Nianzhu. Nanhai is the South Sea. It's where Guan Yin lives, and Nianzhu is prayer beads. So it's Guan Yin's version. Kind of makes sense because the black bear gets moved to Nanhai afterwards. At least there's some connection. And Guan Yin Chansi, this is a monastery for Guan Yin. So having something related to her definitely makes sense. Okay, nothing else super special. We did get the level up points, so I can pick up. The thing is, aside from being a completionist, I don't think this is going to help us that much because we need full nodes. And I don't think I'm going to be stacking full nodes. If we don't have enough stance points, so basically like we're not up to a full node, but you know, we hit our heavy accidentally or something like that, we can still execute it, but it'd just be for less damage. It's a convenient quality of life bonus. I'm gonna pass on that because we do have a boss fight up ahead. I think we're gonna go with something more straightforward. Increase crit rate. Decrease the time we're under one of the effects, poison, burn, etc. I still feel like this gap close is very useful. And whenever we hit the second light attack, we gain more points for the nodes. Alright, I think we got everything, but we only have one shot of being in this stage, so we better search everywhere before we go. Because I'm pretty sure after we kill him, we're going to be teleported back to reality. I think the game's reasoning behind how we can be here is because after his death, he was so, you know, attached to what he still wanted that this is one of his, like a construct of his thought, basically. And he's unwilling to be, I mean, this is sort of a Buddhist idea of like, if you still, oh, actually, it's also pretty Chinese. If you are, you know, have some unfinished business in life, your ghost doesn't want to reincarnate, and that's when you have a high chance of becoming a cursed spirit. And this is Jinchi's version of that. Let's go fight him. I think we got everything. Yep, some sort of mantra chanting in the background. Jinchi Zhanglao. Jinchi Abbot. Oh, I think the 3 bells finally rung. I feel like the streak. Oh, he has disciples here. A new guest is here. Someone's here with new gift. He can't see, he's blind. He smells the stink. He recognizes us as Wukong. Is it you? You're back? Yeah, this is after the fire. This is after the suicide. Those are blood streak from when he bashed his head into the wall. You hit the cloak. Yeah, he still wants the cloak. That's why he's not, like, reincarnating. Oh, there's actually disciples. Oh, what is this? That doesn't look good. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Let me show you this. Do you recognize him? That's you in the future. And then this is, yeah, the new heavy only gets 1 hit, which I kind of don't like. Your favorite disciple? Guangzhi. Oh, he's sending the mobs. Oh, those are the ghost spirits. I heal after I kill his disciples. What is he doing? Can I thrust him? No. Oh, I'm getting mobbed? No, they're going to him. Are they healing him? Because he has the prayer beads? He's trying to collect the ghost? Something like that. They're each holding like an incense little burner on them. Oh my god, so many. They don't attack though. It's like hinting he's stealing his longevity from his like disciples. You're kind of far. Oh, there's so many. Oh, yeah, they're healing him or something like that. I think so. His health is going back. Let's not let them get close. Ooh. Ooh, what are they doing? Okay. I don't want to lock onto him because I can heal by killing them. Yeah, okay, that makes it a lot easier. Oh wait, I should do the stir move on him if I have enough nodes. Ooh. I shouldn't have drank there. There we go. I have a freeze. He's gonna die. Not so hard. I'm 270 this year. Hundreds of cloaks that he has already in his collection, but useless. But I don't have that one. He's gonna cry about it just like he did in the novel. No, 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 no. Is he realizing he's dying? Oh, Guangzhu Guangmo, the two disciples. I don't need the cloak anymore. He's letting go of his, you know, the thought that's keeping him here. Don't burn it. Don't burn it. Don't. So basically, don't burn. Don't set the fire anymore. We cleansed them, basically. He's a very complex character in terms of like some of the rationale behind what he does. The fact that he lived so long. Yeah, that was happening in our head, as you can see. We're right back. And the thing about doing special stages, as you can see, we can now interact with the dead body here. And he also gets to go. And we pick up the magical item that's unique to the stage. This is the 避火罩, which is the magical item we use to protect the Tang monk from the fire. It blocks fire, essentially. This was borrowed from one of the heavenly kings, one of the four titans you saw at the beginning of the story in the prologue. Guangmu, the one who guards the southern gate, he has this. But technically, after this was done, Wukong returned it in the novel, I'm pretty sure. I don't know why the wolf would have this. 避火罩. Yeah, Guangmu, heavenly king, borrowed it. Even the soil deity is wondering why it's still here. He's like, we must have like cleansed the Jinchi abbot. Just because he, you know, took a peek at the cloak and it became his kind of curse. The day isn't young anymore. It's time to get up the mountain and I guess fight the black bear. So now we have a separate command. Let's see, right trigger plus the left stick push down, and we get to use 避火罩, which should protect us from fire. And I'm guessing the black bear the final boss, whatever the final boss is for the stage, the item that you pick up from doing the hidden area is related to how the boss was kind of beaten, sort of, in the original novel, and it will help you out in that fight. Yeah, I think we go this way now. Behind where the white snake was standing. New area. We haven't been here. Heifeng Dong, the Black Wind Cave, the home of the black bear. These beams. So, pretty typical Chinese architecture. You have like a solid beam of wood and a stone pedestal for you to sit on, because without the stone pedestal as sort of the foundation piece, it would rot. You also see this a lot in Japanese architecture for the same exact reason, as most of that was passed over during the Tang Dynasty. And it's really good against earthquake as well, because it's not slotted. So like the beam literally sits on top of this rock. You might have a small divot in the rock where it kind of holds the beam in place, but typically because the building is kind of like a puzzle, it's not really nailed down for the most part. When you do have an earthquake and it shakes, the beam will actually give a little wiggle on top of the stone, and it's actually usually fine. Which is why you still see a lot of wooden pagodas. Not a lot. I mean, a lot of them got burned down. The other weakness is fire. But earthquake wouldn't really damage them that much. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of this new thrusting playstyle. I think that's a new enemy. It's some sort of wolf. I mean, the fact that we can stay at range is pretty nice, but I think for boss fights, it's not that good. It's the last one. It's the last one. We finished our, I guess, minion collection. It's a wolf assassin, although he didn't really get to do too much because we outranged him by quite a bit with our extendable staff. Sometime in the past, there was a small wolf who learned how to hunt from the wolf boss, or from a big wolf. Might not be the boss, but a big wolf. He was very smart and hardworking, but he still couldn't catch He couldn't catch any prey. So one day, the big wolf asks the small wolf, commands the small wolf to go down and hunt alone. If he can't catch anything, then he had to go hungry. So the wolf went back to the mountain and he hid in the dark, and not long after he caught a rabbit. But just as... after he caught it, he didn't eat it right away. But he carefully... So he bit down the rabbit to catch it, and instead of eating it, he carefully... gently licked the wound for the rabbit to help it stop the bleeding. After the rabbit saw this, it struggled and ran away. The wolf ran up to chase after it. The rabbit, was panicking and couldn't find a proper way and ended up falling into the pond. Just as he was struggling to swim back ashore, the little wolf comes back and swipes at him with his claw. And just as you think the rabbit was going to drown... Oh, no, never mind. So just as he's about to swim back ashore, he got pushed by the wolf, who sticks him back into the water. But then just as he's about to drown, the wolf fetches it up and then gently touches his head until he, catches breath again. The rabbit wakes up, can't understand what's going on. Yeah, I'm lost too. What is this wolf doing? And in a faraway distance, you hear the, growls of the big wolf. The small wolf, panics, grabs onto the rabbit with his claw. But because he panicked, he couldn't control his strength. And you just hear kacha, the sound. And when he lifts up his claw again, the bunny has blood all over his face. So basically got strangled to death because he used too much strength. The little wolf started crying and couldn't stop himself. The big wolf came up and asked and realized it turns out the little wolf, didn't have the heart to kill the rabbit and had been trying to save it many times, but was worried that he was going to go hungry, so he couldn't let it go. There's conflicting there. The big wolf says, you think you are being benevolent, but you're actually giving yourself and the rabbit more pain than necessary. After thinking about it, if it'd be better off if at the very start you just gave him a swift death. The little wolf, understood that. He, thought about what the big wolf said, and after a while, he came up with a technique of throwing, I guess, shurikens or like darts. I guess darts would be a better. It depends. It doesn't really. This character could be a dart or a shuriken. We didn't get to see him in action, so I don't know what he actually throw. And it's very swift and deadly. And he realized that this is the best kind of benevolence he can give his opponent. I would say multiple lessons from that. What else did we pick up here? There's another... Jinchi. Alright, let's see. 一行有2个月太平之路，一行有2个月之路。Wait, this is like a riddle, but this basically is like when Tang Seng and Wukong came to the monastery. They asked about if they can stay, and they see the name Guanyin Chuanyuan. The Tang monk is very delighted, and the monkey, Wukong, says this is not a great place. We should leave. But Tang monk never listens to the monkey, and he sees a golden statue, basically of Buddha, and he, bows down out of respect to the Buddha statue. And Wukong stands on the side, and all he does is, hit the bell. So a couple things here. I think monasteries, this is from the novel. Tang Song basically says anytime they see a monastery or see a statue of Buddha, they're going to bow down out of respect. And every time they see like a bell in a temple, they're going to ring it. And if they see like a pagoda, they're going to sweep it and so forth. So that's kind of what they do. Wukong's task is, hit the bell. But because he hit it nonstop, he spooked all the, disciples inside, and they all came out to see them. As for the golden statue, it doesn't really have much to do with the fact that the abbot's name is Jinchi, which is like a golden pool. But essentially, I think Buddhism in China in general, or like religion in China in general, has a very pragmatic spin where the believers need to have an exchange of goods or of services with their deities. So when you have a temple like this and you come here, you pay a little money to buy the incense, and you're praying. That incense money is kind of like your donation to the church or to the temple to keep the temple running. And you burn the incense, as in you're honoring that deity statue there, but you're also giving them a wish, right? You want something from them. That's why you go and pray, right? It's not a blind faith, especially with so many gods in charge of so many different things. You go to the one that you need something from to pray, right? That's how it works. And when it doesn't work, then no one goes and pray anymore. But conversely, when it works, let's say you're praying for a huge business deal and it goes through. Yes, you can pray for business deals. There's a deity just for money in Chinese mythology. And it works. What do? You go back and you give them a lot more money, sometime to repair the temple, sometime to coat the statue in gold. And that's usually when you have golden statues. It's Jinshen. They basically, get gold paper, and they ask artisans to add a layer of gold on the statue to thank the god that, you made the wish come true. So that's kind of how it works. And the disciples come out, sees the Tang monk. Wukong uses his eyes. He has very special eyes because he was captured by a celestial court and was thrown into a cauldron to be made into a concentrated dent, but he couldn't burn because he had a almost immortal, invincible body. And after spending 49 days in the cauldron, the smoke changed his eyes to the point where his eyes can see your true form. And obviously, if we have Guangzhi and Guangmou in this version of the story being monsters, he's going to see things like that. And he notices that all these disciples look very weak. They're kind of like the zombie state we saw with Jinchi. I'm guessing in this version, Jinchi is being like sucking their life energy to keep himself alive. But that's not what Tang Song notices. Tang Song noticed that amongst most of these disciples that have mostly new cloaks, there was this wait a minute. Okay, so Wukong sees the zombie version, but that's not what Tang Song sees, because the zombie version is their true form. Tang Song sees, all these monks big and tall, very healthy, and wears new cloaks, and tells Wukong, don't say things that aren't true. And he apologizes for Wukong to the monks. And there's 2 monks in there, very small, that are hiding. They don't want to stand out because they know they're the wolf and the snake. Anyhow, they're invited in to have tea. After they sit down, they put out a feast for them. And then you have the 2 small monks carrying their abbot come out. So Jinchi comes out. Jinchi and Tang Song chats. And Tang Song asks him how old he is. And he says, 270. Wukong hears this. Why does your monastery have a lot of, monster energy floating around? The old monk doesn't say anything. Tang Song once again apologized, thinks Wukong just like to say, stuff to provoke people. One of the small monks from the abbey takes out a very beautiful teacups with 3 flagrant tea for them. Wukong stares at him and asks him, where did you come from? The little monk puts down the tea, hides behind the abbot, bites his fingers, and just says, this monk, Wukong is still a monk, looks so ugly, it's kind of scary, just to hide away. So Tang Song once again blames Wukong, half the tea, praises the tea, and instead, the old abbot asks, where do you come from? Do you have any treasure that we could, see? Because you come from Tang Dynasty, big country. By this time, they're out of China already. By the time they reach this point, it should be like one of the small kingdoms on the Silk Road. But obviously, with the story, it's a little mixed bag of locations. Tang Song decides not to show, but Wukong says, we have that cloak. Isn't that a treasure? Let him see it. All the monks laugh, and they don't think a cloak can be a treasure. They bring out 12 crates, all filled with cloaks, and they bring it out. They lay it in a clothesline for Tang Song to see. Wukong, says, put it up. Let me show you a real treasure. Tang Song holds him and says, don't do it, because in the novel, Tang Song basically says, you don't want to give the thief a reason to desire, right? So if you don't show it, you're not inviting any trouble. You don't give anyone any reason to want something. But if you show wealth, then someone's going to covet it, and you're just inviting trouble. Wukong says, don't worry. Whatever happens, it's on me. I'll fix it. So he shows it out. The old abbot becomes, lust over the new cloak. And he says, I'm old. My eyes can't see clear. It's getting dark. And I wish I can see it better. Wukong says, how can I help you see it better? And he says, if you guys trust me, how about you bring it back to my room, and I can closely observe it tonight. And tomorrow when you guys leave, I'll return it to you guys. Are you guys okay with that? Tang Song isn't too happy about this and blames Wukong for showing it. And Wukong says, not afraid. Yeah, take it. But if anything happens, I'm going to be asking for it back. This is basically the novel story with a little bit of mix-in of Guangzhi and Guangmo and all the, zombie disciples, adding a couple more meanings to why he can stay alive for so long. Diversion path. But I think this one might be one of those, prayer areas. There should be 3. We have done 2 of them so far. This looks very scenic. Yeah, right there. And there is a treasure too. Just like the one we had earlier that increased our max health, this version is the one that increases our max mana. I guess each stage would have one of these, right? So our core stats grow passively. Oh, that pine tree right there, the way it juts off the cliff, Chinese usually call that 迎客松, the pine that greets guests, because it's stretching out its arm to greet you. Right, usually you can see a lot of the pine trees up here grow straight, but the one to our right here, it curls out from the cliff. These respawn. Alright, we did get ourselves 1 point. Now we have 2. Let's see, we got these. If we run, our first light attack does more. If we can hit 6 times with our staff within the first 4 hits, because each swing can hit like front and back, so it could be multiple contact, then our last hit will have an AoE. When we get to our last 5th hit on the light combo, it gives us a little bit of damage reduction. Yeah, not that interesting. I feel like this distance is something I'm gonna like more. The gap close on the first one, and I guess more damage. Yeah, I've decided not to pick up this one here just because I don't think I'm gonna stay at, 4 max nodes. Oh, let me see if he can do his little throwing thing. It's the assassin again. Come on, show me your benevolence. Ooh. Oh, it's like a shuriken blade. A two-sided one. $175 experience, just like the snake. Are these like roof beams? But isn't this a cave? Oh my god, there's a 千手观音. Right, 观音菩萨 with the 1,000 hand form. Okay, I know there's incoming assassin. That hurts. Alright, how far is our gap close? Not bad. Second gives more stance. And he's dead. I'm worried about jumping down. Although, nope, not gonna have to worry. I feel like that might be something that the black bear added in after he came back from the South Sea. After becoming basically a student of Guan Yin. Oh, water. Should we change our armor set to get increased damage and everything? What is that? Wait, 2 people. Oh, we fought them before. Ah. I mean, I feel like if I get used to the thrust, it could be very good just because of the range we have and how safe we can be. new crafting. A new mask. A bronze monkey mask. Fire resistance. Oh, it's a whole set. Okay, the set bonus for 2-piece is when we break their freeze. Or if we do enough damage when they're frozen, we can break the freeze and do extra damage. This will greatly increase that extra damage. The 4-piece is when we break their freeze, we greatly reduce the cooldown remaining on the freeze. Ooh. Okay, do we have enough resources? Oh, the silk that we bought earlier. We bought 2 of those. Now, does this place sell silk? Because we're going to need 2 more. It does not. So only get the 2-piece. Huh. Yeah, there's nothing we can really do about that. Do I need a heal? Does this spawn the 2 guys who are next to us? No. But that door feels like the boss fight. Okay, I mean 2-piece is 2-piece. The armor looks great on this. And we have the prayer beads, which doesn't help in this because there's no more disciples to take health from. Oh, is he in a human form? Wow. 500 years. He's rebuilt the monastery bigger than before. Those monks who burned away, they're now ghosts. Roams in the mountains. It's me. He put them into the afterlife, just like how we cleansed Jinchi. Restored the scraps of scriptures that were burned. So basically he falls under the Buddhism. You can see the cloak, that's a dash shot. He knows one day we'll be back. Wait, that's the fight? Spear? Let's see if we can break this. Fire. Wait, if we oh, black wind. Do we just dodge? Ooh, the wind got us. He's like, you're playing with fire. You want to burn the monastery down again? He's on fire. I froze him. He shouldn't have been able to do that. Oh, he drinks too? Probably shouldn't have charged. It's okay. Pretty sure we can beat him at this health. But that freeze should have badly timed freeze on my part, I guess. Ooh. Ooh. pretty confident we can easily beat him. I think there was a lot of pretty sloppy things in there at the end, but no worries. Not a bad thing, because these bosses, you fight them once and they're gone. I think if we just get the second freeze down, there's no way he beats us. And still the problem is I don't like this stance that much. Ooh. There we go, that worked. Wait, how did he just break that? Oh, he calls Guangzhi. You're supposed to guard the bell for your master. How did you lose? Wait, he's transformed again to the wind. Mountain Guardian for Guanyin. We destroy the monastery again. Nah, that's not good. Wait, he's gonna appear out of nowhere. Yep. Wait. I'm gonna just drink up here. I don't think he heals after the drink. Does he get stronger? Ooh, that's a new move. I thought I was gonna kill him. Same thing. Second form. You have some skills. Come fight me at the top of the mountain. Okay, so he runs away. We chase after him. Second fight or the same fight? Second fight. I guess he'll be in bear form at that time. His skills of turning to wind looks fancy, easy to learn. He's dissing him. Doesn't have a lot of skills. Oh, he's gonna take some of the energy that he has remaining from the wind. Ooh. Wait, what? Oh, he teaches us a new spell. We can transform into a white gust and hide away. So basically, is it like a better form of dodge? New spell slot. Not a trace, as they're saying the move. It's like a fancy skill. You need to kind of, slowly understand how to use it. Ah. Leave a clone behind. And then we're invisible for a bit. Can we charge in invisible state? No. But we can attack if we had, ready, nodes ready. There's gotta be something here to loot. A glowing jar. Sandongchong. It's the bug that we collected before. Nothing new. But it's a high quality loot. Cooldown on that is quite low, but mana's going to be a problem. I'd rather save the mana for the freeze. Especially if we can complete the set for the current armor that we have. Because then we can get the cooldown. Oh, the lighting is really bad for this part. Computer setting issues. Yeah, more stable lighting is easier. It flickers because of the shadow, and with our shadow set to, I think, low, definitely is why we struggle there. Ooh, another accessory. Manao Guar. It's like a stone jar of a precious stone. Adds defense. How much? Hold on. I can... can I remove it? Yes. Hold on. X. Our defense is at plus 14. Even 100. Cool. So that slot is for magical items. Oh, this is a advanced version of the one that... Oh, no. We had this. But this is used to upgrade alcohol. Did we use it for that purpose? I don't think so. This is to upgrade the frog move. Hulu upgrade. Okay, I think we did use it to upgrade the alcohol. We had one of these, but we used it. Heifeng Dawang. The king of the Black Wind, or the boss of the Black Wind. The Black Wind boss, I guess would be the better translation. After coming back from Nanhai, the South Seas, he had massive ambitions. He was going to rebuild the mountain. He knows that he's been gone for many years, and if he wants to build up his reputation amongst the monsters again, just using his strength is not enough. So he did a lot of things to try to earn loyalty and respect and fear from these monsters. During his time at the South Sea, he did learn. He did learn how to revive people. But he has to use willing wolves who are willing to get sacrificed to revive their old boss. Wow. Well, that explained the drinking of the blood part. But unfortunately, the old wolf, after he came back, Ling Xuzi, he suicided. Or he left. I guess it doesn't say suicide, it said he just left. But we saw him hang there, so I guess he suicided. The Blackwind boss is worried that the pack of wolf will be without a leader, and they might become a mess. So he had to find another wolf to become the next wolf boss. And he saw that Shi Guo had a wolf leader who was young and strong and became the best choice. So he gifted him a name, the same name with a change of characters, and put him as the leader. But unfortunately, the previous packs, started a mutiny within the monastery. And they were going to have basically a civil war between the different packs. Fortunately, Guangzhi went there and stopped it. We already saw that part of the story. He wanted to also revive the old monk. But unfortunately, he didn't imagine that the old monk's spirit didn't re-enter the body. Instead, the spirit, instead of going to a human body, the spirit has such a strong will towards treasure. It went into the body of all. It went into all the gold and silver and the copper coins that he had stored and hidden. So it went into money, basically. Jinchi is a representation of monetary greed in the story. So then he transformed into that big-headed monk-looking thing, but made of metal, because of all that's basically gold, silver, and bronze. And then he's running around in the mountains, disturbing everything. The new snake. Wait, is this snake not the revived one? Huh. The new snake boss. He just likes to read poems all day, stays by himself. Seems like he listens, but it's very mysterious, and he can't tell what the snake is exactly thinking. He's kind of regretting everything. He had so much ambitions when he came back to the mountains, but nothing's going according to his plan. Might as well have just been slacker, trying too hard and doesn't achieve anything. That's basically the end there. Yeah, the snake did mention he had a different boss, and the only reason why he's here. So maybe the snake is not a revive. Maybe the wolf is the only revive. We got all 3 locations. Is this all? This might be it. I'm not sure what this is. It appeared to be the holder for his staff earlier. Or spear. It had a tip on it. But it was fashioned in the style of a Buddhist monk's staff with the metal top and the rings, because you were supposed to not beg for food, but basically just ring that around people's homes, and they know a monk is here. It's kind of like the ice cream truck sound, right? People understand when they hear that ring, that's a monk coming, and they're asking for food essentially. And you're supposed to gift it to them, right? It's not like the monk is a beggar and asks you, do you have any food? That's not the proper way to do things. Okay, I think we don't have anything else here. And plus, we can return here later, so it's not a big deal. Alright, let's move up the mountain. Very close to the end of the stage. It's a squeeze through. Anything gonna happen to us during this squeeze? Reason why that needed to be such a divide? I'm a little confused about why they had to do that. Is it to load the previous the area of going forward? Wait, this is a separate path. Let me guess, monster? No, just regular mushroom. A whole separate path for a collectible mushroom? This is probably our last 2D melt on this stage. Alright, we definitely rest. Oh, do they sell silk? Only the old abbey sold silk. So I can't craft the rest of this. Oh no, this one has a special effect on it. So basically there's like a trigger condition to hit the last combo of the light attack. You jump ahead to the last combo. I should have checked all of them out because the gauntlet's the one with the extra effect. Alright, we got 1 point and we have a new thing. Let's see what we can do with this little... We gain speed. I guess this is good for just running the map if we don't want to fight mobs. Our clone's health get increased. Huh. We increase our quit rate based on how many seconds we've been in the clone? Like the move we come out invisibility... Huh, can stack crit chance, I guess. Increase how long our invisibility lasts. Every time our clone gets hit, it does the AoE against all the enemy around. It's a good mob move, I guess. Teaching us how to use it. We see the buttons. Protect us from burning. And slowly increase our staff stance during the whole time. In special environment against in certain environments against, or in special environment, I guess certain would be a better translation. In certain environment against certain opponents, it has extra effects. And if we're carrying it, increase our fire resistance, and we don't get affected by burning ground. Let me guess. The boss fight is going to be on the burning ground. Ooh. You're not coming? Alright, he's gonna shoot us from pretty far. I don't have the moving one. Oh, another one. Yeah, that sudden gap close coming in handy. Wait, there are some spirits down there. $540? $720, even more now. I mean, for crafting, we're not missing will, we're missing resources. We need the more advanced silk. But I guess the better setup should have been we don't do the mask. We use our 4 silk that we had on the body and the 2 leg and arm. Because we have a pretty good mask. Ooh. So many! I don't have the moving one. Alright, we're gonna have to go invisible. Wait. This is problematic because I am blocked and I'm getting shot at the whole time. Let me grab this first. Yeah, get the assassin to be here, which is actually better for us. Fight him away from the archers. Who's also gonna shoot him. Oh no, he broke our charge. Can't see where he is. Ooh, that's a slight glitch. Oh, we got another upgrade for the big head, I think. We can definitely upgrade that again. I think I do want to use the big head. Ooh, we can learn a move from the assassin. Yeah, we're getting shot. We're getting shot. We're not losing health, but we're getting burned. What's his move? That's why he dropped the upgrade resource. We transform into him. Throw a flying knife, long distance, and carrying effect is slightly increase our crit rate, 3%. You can see he's worth 20 defense, right? We can see that from the -20. I mean, we have upgraded him so much that I think we keep him, and we might even upgrade him a bit more. What's in this? Another one of the upgrade material. We have actual arrows stuck in us? Wait, can I get on the roof this way? No, I have to go this. Stop shooting. Oh my god. It's another... It's another one of the elite, the bull. Wait, hold on. Let me... Can I squeeze by him? There we go, there we go. We're invisible. I don't want to lock him. I want to lock him. And then I want to lock the one... Oh, there's so many archers. I can't get to them. Unless this big guy get out of my way. Oh, another one. We're gonna use someone else's help. How do I kill this thing? I don't know how. Let me not lock him because I feel like I can get him. I can't jump in this mode. Okay, switch back. Okay, now it's gonna be fine. More archers, of course. This is what we get for not getting any points in the spinning and moving at the same time. I think we're through though. That might be it. Let's go back and take a peek at everything. I mean, Game Sign really mastered the let's change some Buddhist mantras into electro music. Yeah, I guess nothing except for archers on these roofs. There is a chest up here, I did see that. Oh, more. Not archers, though. Are they going to come down? When they get into vision. Who's next? Yeah, I guess thrust is pretty strong, given the right circumstances. 九转金丹, stamina increase, 1 for each. Okay. Yeah, no way we can drop down there. Now, maybe that's the last shrine. His body was blocking so many arrows. Nothing here. Now the question is, does this place sell what we want? Of course not. Oh, we don't have this. This immediately stops the burn and increase our burn resistance. We don't need it because we have, obviously, our special item. But I guess if you didn't get the special item, didn't do the bells, that would definitely be helpful. Same couplet that we saw earlier. I think we're at the boss fight. We made it. Burning ground. End of stage 1. Let's go. That guy previously told me, if you don't see it, your heart isn't going to be plagued by it. He's saying the abbot was trying to teach him, you know, was preaching to him, but the abbot couldn't get past that. Ooh. Alright, let's see. What is his move? Wins again. Ooh, just a big body on top. Alright, time to drink our first one. You're furry. You should burn. Ooh. Right tag, left stick. Alright, fire immune. Ow, that's kind of hard to see. Let us get up. Fair fight, please. Oh, come on. Oh, he smashed us out of our big head mode? That can happen? Alright, we currently have no stamina. We should get some stamina back. Ow. Drink. Oh. Wonder if we should take some meds here. We have them. If we don't use them for the stage boss, like when are we going to actually use it? The big head getting blocked was kind of bad. Aside from that, I think it was pretty okay for the most part. Let's see, which med do we use? That's a good question. Reduce damage? Yeah, I think that one. Yeah, I think we used the reduce damage one. Alright, buddy, let's do this. Wind form. How about you stay right there? Okay, we do this to you. Gets you nice and toasty. We need to use the item when we get back out. There we go. And then we need to dodge this. Alright, we need to drink. First one's full health. Alright. I'm waiting for the freeze to come back. But I think we should just keep attacking him. Ooh, that's not good. Getting better at dodging the shadow thingy. I think if I can just get a heavy, another one, there we go. Wait, there's a second stage? He says we're quite skilled. No one's gonna help you, unlike last time. I'm gonna take the treasure and run. Gonna rebuild this monastery again. That's one of the relics. He can't control it. It's like too much energy. We can hold it, I'm guessing, because we're the destined one, of course. Da Sheng is the name. To spare him. I was forced by the Celestial Court. It's not what I want to do myself. So if it wasn't for them, who would want to go fight Wukong? What he says is true. Of course, he wouldn't dare to fight Wukong by himself. Someone must be behind him. The relic. It's weird. No idea how to absorb it. So he's been hosting it on top of the pagoda and used the power that it, emits to scare little monsters into, bribing him. Spare me this once, and I'm gonna go back to the South Sea. Don't listen to him. Just take the relic back first. Don't worry whether he's gonna go back to the South Sea or not. Oh, it's a transformation of the bird. Double eyes. Ooh, right. There's an animation at the end of every stage. This is the young version of Jinchi when he just became a monk. He's trying to capture a frog as his playful kid. That was a dead person's hand the frog jumped into. Deeper and deeper in the forest he goes. You can see it's a cart with dead bodies inside because the black bear monster just destroyed that cart. And this is when they first met. Money. Oh, he sees the light. I guess for monsters, he's not robbing the family, he's probably eating the family, right? He's hunting for food. He eats the humans. So money for him is useless. They see the monastery up ahead. You can see in his eyes, all the other disciples have very fancy cloaks, and he doesn't. His cloak is so plain. This is like when he started to want. Yeah, the greed takes over. See, everyone has fancy cloaks. I guess that's him now. Has a fancy staff now too. Oh, he's much older now. His cloak has the bear on it. Or is the cloak the bear? His eyes are red. Yeah, the ringing of that sound is what gets the food. Summons everyone's cloak into the air. I guess the bear's giving him powers. Tang Seng and Wukong comes. Tang Seng's cloak. Let him borrow it. Obsessed over it. The bear forms behind. And fire. But it's gonna leave him. The thought of losing it engulfs him. And thus the fire that brings down the temple. And I guess this is also with the black bear coming in to try to save him. That's originally in the novel, but notices the cloak and takes it. Wukong's just watching. Let it burn, let it burn. The bear is asking Guan Yin. He's asking Guan Yin. He doesn't get it. What does he say? First chapter, and the stamp on the bottom says finished. So the bear asks Guan Yin, please enlighten me. Ooh, this art style is like the comics I used to. Yeah, Tang Seng's protected in there. Oh, this is so pretty. That's one of the heavenly kings protecting Tang Seng's bed, and then Wukong's letting wind come out to burn the rest of the abbey. Jinchi on the right. It's just summarizing what we did in that stage. We grabbed sight. The relic, Liu Gen, right? The sixth sense. We grabbed sight. Okay, before we leave this page, before I forget, the bear asked Guan Yin, I don't understand why the abbot can't let go of just a cloak. Like that bothers him. I guess in that sense, he doesn't understand monetary greed. In a sense, why, the abbot has so much. Why does he want that one? Why can't he let that go? And why does that, become his end? And Guan Yin's answer is, if he doesn't wear the cloak, how does others know he's a monk? So it's like your journey towards like Buddhahood, right? You're trying to become a Buddha. You're trying to enlighten yourself. And you're supposed to lose all your senses, right? You lose all your desires for greed and you become enlightened. But he's so, I guess, plagued by how others would perceive him, right? He lusted over others' cloak when he was young. And the fact that if he wears a really beautiful or really, expensive cloak, it symbolizes to all the people, all the town folks and everyone, even other monks, that he is a esteemed monk. It's like, do you wear a suit to let people know you're successful? Or do you wear a suit because you are successful? Like, that's the question I think Guan Yin was answering there. Like, he couldn't get over the fact of how others are perceiving him, that he doesn't need the cloak to be a monk, but he felt like he's only a monk, or he needs everyone to acknowledge that he's that monk. Anyways, great end. And we get some more experience points. And some will. Any fancy items? There's one more dot. Oh, we get 2 silk. We can finally complete our set along with other resources. And what is that first one? 烈火乌金 gold. So, okay, another resource for weapon. This is for weapon, and this is for armor. Okay. Ooh. Hold on. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so that's how do I control the zoom? Oh, we can have
好好的守山大神不做，又跑回黑风山做长生的美梦。
This is the black bear. I take it
可
back.
惜空有贼心，却无贼胆，骗得了小妖，骗不过自己。他的命，自带上禁箍之时，便已注定。
So when he was captured by Guanyin, he was also given a golden circlet to control him and tame him and become a student during that period, just like Wukong had one with the Tang monk to control him. So he's returning back to the area. He could have become, you know, the guardian of the mountain, but he got obsessed over the whole thing again. You can see the wolf creatures around him. Right, the little soil deity. Most common deity, the most numerous deity in the world. The smallest tier official, but knows everything that goes on in his land. You don't know who's behind them. This is like a sarcasm, or not like satire on, like, I guess politics in all time periods. Like, you might have a puny little mayor who's in charge of one town, but you never know who's behind him. Like, who got him to be a mayor? Does he have like a senator behind him or like a higher official behind him who can back him up? Where else can we interact with? I mean, that's Wukong. I guess nothing to see there. Phoenix standing for fire. Yeah, we're unleashing the wind to increase the burn. Oh, you see all the crates of treasure that he had. Right, the word Jinchi and like the last term they use, Jinhai, Jingan. Jinhai is like gold sea, which is kind of like his name, and comes from a poem. Jingan means dries up. It's like whenever you don't care about materialistic things, you know, that's when you reach a certain tier of enlightenment. And he just can't let it go. Like, fires on, look at all the golden statues that they have, all the scriptures, all the cloaks in those chests. Ooh, the 2-eye, I guess the double iris bird that stands for sight as the relic. The 2 guardians of temples. The one on the right should be the representation of Guan Yu in a Buddhist form. And the one on the left should be Wei Tuo, I think, another commonly used gate guardian. A mortal, lives 270 years old and doesn't know what's enough. Just wants one cloak. Learned Buddhism for over 100 years. Doesn't stand up to the greed of one moment. And in the end becomes just a wandering rite. So sad, so sad. Yeah, sometimes mistakes happen in just a moment. Teary-eyed Buddha behind. You can see the tears coming down. A dragon. Yeah, so many disciples carrying all sorts of valuables. Oh, the one right there, right next to the bed, he's holding like a little bamboo and a little stick and he's hitting it. He's alerting everyone that there's a fire. That's like making a sound as he hit it. Is that guy stealing like a... Oh, there could be a stone carving of like scriptures because you don't always have them on paper. And you can see they're grabbing bundles of dried wood to burn, like the fire. So they're burning it, but Wukong's redirecting the fire, and Tang Seng's in the middle just sleeping this off with the protection. Golden Cicada reincarnated, used to be the second student of Buddha. Yeah, but he wasn't paying attention during one of the lectures and got punished to be reincarnated as a mortal again. This is his 11th difficulty on the journey. He needs to survive 81 difficulties to finally complete his journey to the west. So 70 more to go after this one in the novel. Is that the wolf monster? Looks like a wolf. But man, this artwork. We're going to simply end our episode here. There is ability on this thing. We can pick one of 3 buffs. If our light attack continuously hit the enemy, we increase the rate we get the stance points. If we go into the shadow and we hit someone, greatly decrease the cooldown after the hit. Just straight up increase our crit damage. I think this one's nice. Can we change this afterwards? Oh, maybe not. Is that just locked in? I don't regret it. Building up stance and for nodes points is perfect. I'm just gonna... I guess... Oh, there's one more thing to do. 2 more things to do. Long episode, but we're gonna end things here. The black bear monster in the end. In the bamboo forest, peaceful day. It's just eating, drinking. The days are so boring. 龙女学善财, the two, I guess they're like little followers, the disciple of Guanyin as well. He cleans up the food and gets dressed. Pusa, the thing Pusa told you about, did you think about it? The black bear doesn't answer, opens his chest and brings out a wooden box, brings it to the face of the girl. Shantai is the boy. It's like a pair of boy and girl who stands next to Guanyin. Open it up. It's like a sweet. It's like a sweet. It's like a bread, sweet bread, and a candy. Yesterday there was a preach. I guess a mass of sorts, and then after the feast, this was the one that he noticed that had it's the cleanest candy, the clearest candy, crystal candy, and I saved it for you. You know I don't eat candy. Save this for little kids. Nice. Throws the box back at the black bear. And the girl laughs. Let's see. He realized the thing he prepared was no use. And I tried my best, but you know, I'm only so skilled. This type of thing, whatever Guanyin wants him to do, he doesn't know if he can do it. Of course we know you're not that skilled. Don't worry, there's others stronger than you and you know, more fierce than you who are charging up ahead. Of course, without risk or without, you know, hard work, you're not going to get rewarded, even though this is like a hot potato. It's not easy to bite because it's going to be difficult. But with Pusa helping you, you can't call this a hot potato. Don't lie to me. Pusa asked me to be here and meditate. She's not going to help me. The girl says, you're missing out on a big opportunity. There are so many who wants this chance, but just because you're close to Pusa, you are picked, and you can't see this? So there's something plotting up there with all of the Buddha and gods. But let's see. The black bear doesn't say anything for a while. The dragon girl, or the girl, I guess dragon girl, ran out of patience. No ambitions in those chests of yours. If this is what you want, I can go back and tell Pusa. He's like, big sister, that's not what I mean. I'm gonna do it. So he still wants to do it. He doesn't want to disappoint Pusa. After seeing, you know, the fire in his eyes, the dragon girl rolls her eyes, leaves the boy behind, and leaves. As she leaves, the boy asks, "What is it that Pusa wants you to do?" "I want to go. If you..." He wants to go too, to whatever mission he's going to go on. "If you don't let Pusa know, bring me with you." So he doesn't know what's going on. The girl knows, the boy doesn't. And he's curious, he wants to leave. I guess this is when there's still a Nanhai. Something important. But you heard it. Pusa doesn't want you to go. Stop bothering me. And don't let me miss my opportunity. A few days later, he packs up and brings out his black spear and is prepared to leave. The boy waits outside for him, follows him, and try to bother him to follow him on the trip again. The black bear, this time, tells him, Pusa said, "You should stay here. Your father has been forced to go to war too. And because of that, you know it's going to be dangerous. It's not the time to mess around." He feels his circlet on his head. He's like, "Just to try to remove this, even if I have to risk my life." Oh. If it's just to remove this, risking my life is not worth it. He doesn't want to die. He shakes, becomes a gust of black wind, ignores the little boy's cry, and leaves. After that, the boy waited for him outside the forest, but never sees him again. Thinking back, that might be the last time he ever sees the black bear again. So Pusa sent him back here. Something's wrong up there in the heavens. We get an entry on the soil deity, in particular the one in the Black Wind Mountain, because they're local to each region. There's different ones for each area. Let's see. Their job is to check on the local life, make sure the water is fine, make sure the soil is fine for the area. He patrols the mountain and sees the old Taoists come from afar. Let's see. It's a description of what he looks like. He's carrying this vine, I guess a jar of medicine made of wine. Not wine, but vine. Weaved together into the shape of like a little cup to hold the medicine. And he's playing with a little drum. One of those like self-spinning drums with a little yarn and the little beads on it. And you spin it to make sound. And he's seeing as he walks close. The soil deity takes a look and makes sure he doesn't recognize him. And ask him, politely, greets him. The old monk, looks at his head, nods his head, passes his medicine to him, and it's all sorts of rare medicine. And the soil deity, being like a small deity, is like, "What did I do to deserve such a, rich gift?" The Taoist monk says, "I'm just passing by, but I predict not long after there's going to be a big thing happening in your mountain. These items in your chest, it's going to help you for a while, so I came here to visit you." And he's confused and asks him, "Why do you say this?" And the monk says, "I have someone, acquaintance of mine from a long time ago, who has a bad temper, but has now done enough of things, like achieved enough, but based on his prideful nature, it's going to be tough for him to live out a peaceful life. I'm worried that he's going to, find trouble again." Oh, this is Wukong's teacher. Somebody, it's Puti Zushi, the one who taught Wukong all his skills. Tu Gong thinks about it, anything I can do to help. And the old Taoist smiles that, he understands why he's here, waves at him, and whisper in his ear some spells, and tells him, if you meet him in the mountains, teach him these 2 spells. It's not appropriate for me to show up, so have to borrow your hands to teach him these 2 tricks, and to pass on, what I owe him, essentially, or the relation to thank him for the relationship we had, in a sense. It's our teacher, for sure. It's Wukong's teacher, and he's trying to teach the Destined One to help revive Wukong, essentially. The soil deity thanks, bows, not bows, but make a thanking gesture with his hand. And the old Taoist monk returns the gesture, rides up in a cloud. Definitely the teacher. Same moves. Rides in a cloud. And the soil deity asks, could I ask where you come from? He's ready on the cloud, floats down just one bamboo leaf with very fragrant smell. And the tip of this leaf is very thin. How is this a clue? Because apparently after seeing this, the soil deity understood and bows again to a distant land, even though the cloud's gone. 竹叶, a thin strand of bamboo leaf. Oh, but there's enough context clues that it's definitely Wukong's teacher. Anyhow, I think we're finally wrapped. We're not going to close this screen because I'm pretty sure it will immediately jump into Act 2. I'm just going to exit the game here, and we'll pick it up from here next time. So, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you all then. Bye!